I was asked by a friend to share with her some techniques to help to improve the quality of her breath. She's getting over quite a bad chest infection, and in the UK at this time of the year it's when people tend to come down with different viruses, and these can sometimes impact for a long time. And this breathing practice as well, this practice I'm going to share with you, is suitable for people with things such as chronic fatigue syndrome, or if you just need a very gentle, energetic and spiritual boost. Remember, your breath is your life force, your prana, your life energy. If you like the video, please like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll be sharing a lot more of these practices. And you can contribute, buy me a coffee if you want to help to contribute with the maintenance of this channel. So breathing, for the most part, and this goes for all of us in day-to-day life, whether or not you're suffering from some breathing problems or you're getting over something, but for the most part we breathe quite a shallow breath to the mid part of our chest, and that's also a stressful breath. It induces stress and it perpetuates a stressful state of mind and state of body as well. And so when we begin to observe our breath, when we truly connect with our breath, it's not just for the physical. It's not just, if you like, an exercise for your lungs. Your breath is the bridge between the physicality of your body and your mind, the connection between your body and your inner landscape. So as you become a witness of your breath, and as you subtly change or alter your breath, so the ripples from that practice will influence all the different aspects of your being, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whichever way that you define your spirituality. So what I'd like to share with you is just a very simple, it's not just a breathing practice. The way that we sit, the way that we arrange our bodies can also influence where you feel your breath and also your lung capacity. So the tendency is we sort of hunch over, and this is exacerbated these days. We sit a lot at the time looking at screens at a desk or just looking at a device with your head tilted. And the overall effect is to round your shoulders in, and that inhibits your breath from moving much higher up than the mid part of your chest. And also with hunching over, you can't really connect with your abdominal breath. Your abdominal breath is always your relaxed breath. So let's just first of all look at the way that we sit. Now, I've got a bolster, and if you've got a bolster or a lot of cushions, something like that, it's quite nice to slope the bolster or the cushions. So I'm just going to turn a little more to this side. So can you see I've made like a sort of a slope, and that way, with the base of my spine to the base of the bolster, when I lie back, can you see it naturally opens up around the side ribs, your upper chest, even up just past your collarbones. And also I can physically feel with my hands resting onto my abdomen, my abdominal breath, remembering your abdominal breath is your relaxed breath. So just make sure, if you're practicing this with me right now, that you're either lying back, maybe a cushion there just to, so something like that. Be at ease with your posture. To be at ease with your posture is to truly be at ease with yourself. And in that nurturing, that nourishment, just in arranging yourself so the process has already begun. Now don't try, as you either lie back or you're sitting comfortably upright, don't try for now to change your breath. Breathe if you can through your nostrils, and just begin to feel, to experience the movement, the flow of your breath. Your breath arising from stillness, your breath returning back to stillness. So whether you're lying back a little or you're just sitting comfortably upright, so your side ribs can now expand with your breath. there can be a tendency to get or to hold on to stress around the intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs, and that again inhibits. It's like being trapped in an iron lung. You can't breathe freely. So arrange yourself in such a way that as you lie back, you're simply feeling the flow of your breath, and don't focus too intensely upon your breath, because that as well can influence the overall movement, the pattern of your breath. So in a way, you just simply be with your breath, letting your posture, the way that you're sitting or gently lying back, do the work for you. You feel the sensation of your breath. You hear the soft, sighing sound of your breath. This is time that you've dedicated purely to yourself, to simply be with yourself and to be with yourself without judgment, without creating labels. And however you're feeling, you're not listening to any of your body's old stories. To be aware of your body almost as if for the very first time. Now, if your lungs allow, I'm going to suggest something called Ujjayi pranayama, but it's a very refined, a very delicate variation of this practice. So as you lie back or as you comfortably sit, you feel your breath. And just to make your breath that little bit more tangible, that little bit more noticeable, the feeling is of lightly constricting your glottis. So it's the same action as when you want to steam a mirror up or you're cleaning your sunglasses. And that soft, sighing sound. But we do this with our mouth closed. Now, if you find this makes you cough, just back away. Leave the practice. Just go back to lying back or sitting to simply feel your breath. You introduce these other techniques when your lungs allow. Now, if you're okay to feel and to practice the Ujjayi breath, so just practice a few rounds with me. Some people liken the sound of your breath to a gentle breeze moving through the leaves on a tree. So it's not forced, it's certainly not Darth Vader. So soften, feel. Now, if you feel like this is tiring your lungs or introducing tension, soften even more, even to go back to your natural breath. Be aware still of your posture. Notice your shoulders, the relationship between your shoulders and your neck. When we get stressed, our shoulders tend to hold on to tension. So in this nurturing, in this nourishment that you're indulging yourselves in, you allow yourself as much as you can to just simply be the focus of your mind, riding your breath. Now, this is a great practice. You can do this even before you've gotten out of bed, and a great practice just before you go to bed. In fact, if you struggle sometimes with going to sleep, it can be a good practice to help invite a good restful sleep-filled night. So I'd practice this in the mornings, in the evenings. Be gentle with yourself, and even when you find your breathing capacity improving, you're not coughing as much, don't rush for the stronger breath work or pranayama techniques. I'd stay with this for a few days. Nourishment, nurturing is at the heart of this practice. So thank you for allowing me to share, and if you subscribe, you'll know when I put more of this sort of content up. Thank you.